What is poppin', y'all? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we're taking a look at another film review. Today we're taking a look at Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, and this is a movie which is on Amazon Prime, and it came out in 2021. This was a movie that I actually talked about on the channel. I did a load of news videos for this on the channel, and I was pretty hyped for this as well. And I'm gonna be honest, acting choices could have been a little bit better. But you know, I was still hyped for this movie, and I completely forgot all about it. I'd never actually thought about watching it until I saw it today, and then I was like, holy shit, that is a movie that I wanted to watch. I remember this movie. How exciting, how cool. I forgot this movie existed, so I put it on, with it only being like an hour and 40 minutes. I thought it'd be an easy watch. One nice watch before bed. Holy fuck. This is one of the scariest movies I've seen in a while. It had one of the scariest motherfucking openers going. I was laid in bed. I was fucking terrified at the opening. But without any further delay, let's take a look at what Google has to say before we get into the actual story. So, it is a 2021 movie, it's a horror action, and it's 1 hour and 47 minutes. It has a 5.3 out of 10 on IMDb and a 30% on Rotten Tomatoes. I think that's really low. I think that's quite rude. I think it definitely deserves a little bit better than that. But it has a 4.3 out of 5 on Amazon. You can watch this on Amazon, Google Play, and YouTube. And Claire and her brother Chris get caught in a zombie outbreak in the dying Raccoon City. They must band together with others to survive and uncover the truth about the experiments held in the city. So how this actually opens is with the two characters, Claire and Chris, as kids, and they're in like an orphanage run by Umbrella, the main evil corporation that, you know, the entire Resident Evil series is based around. And this movie opens up really, really well. We have the two kids laying in bed, and then a creepy hand stretching over them and stroking the girl's cheek. The hand then retracts, and the weird creature, whatever the fuck it is, creepy old thing which bones crack and click every time it moves, sat in the dark corner of the room staring at her, making weird whining noises. It then disappears, her brother wakes up, calls her delusional, she then follows it into another room, and that shit is creepy, that shit is scary. There is propaganda all over the room, all over the walls, telling you how good Umbrella is, how much of a family the Umbrella Corporation is. That's like Uncanny Valley creepy, a really good setup for a movie. This is really good stuff. The setup, the set design, all works nicely to give you this sense of unease, this unsettling, unnerving situation that these kids find themselves in. We then have them go back to bed, and the creature then strokes her face once more and leans over her and screams in her face as she screams. We then transport to present day, where she's in a truck with a guy, and that guy hits a girl. That girl then gets up and fucks off into the forest. The dog then licks the blood. Ah, that's important for later, so stick that in your head and remember it. The dog then bites the man. Claire gets out the car, sees her brother, gives him a fist bump. They argue a little bit because she's like, oh, lol, look, conspiracy theory. He's like, stupid, I'm off to work. So he ditches her, goes to work. Police force time. There's like 4 of them, and they already set them up with them being good buddies. Except for Leon. Leon's the outcast, no one likes Leon. So there's a big, like, alarm that goes off, like, alright, everyone evacuate, everyone leave. Everyone leaves except Leon, he's now in charge. The house that Claire's in gets attacked by zombies. She fights her way free and ends up meeting up with the police force and Leon. So they go to the mansion that the other police officers went to locate the body that 2 other police officers went looking for, and there's a fuck ton of zombies in that house, so they get split up and they're looking through the house. We have 2 of them fighting for their lives and another one trying to uncover a secret and uncover a, you know, thing, because he's being paid by another company to sort of steal some artifacts. So he does that, gets shot in the back by the other police officers. The guy that he was trying to steal the serum off injects it into himself and turns into a big super zombie. The others then run into a train, try and escape. The zombie chases them. You know, they end up killing the zombie and they get out of there, and that's where the movie ends. Honestly, other than Leon's acting choice, because he looks nothing like Leon from the games, and Leon from the games is really fucking hot. I'm not saying that the actor that plays him isn't hot. I do think he's hot, but he's a different kind of hot. This guy's like the guy from Victorious. That's a different kind of hot. Okay, I like... What was he called? Trey? Was he called Trey? Troy? I don't know. I don't remember what he's called in Victorious, but he was hot in Victorious. He isn't as hot in this. He's kind of stupid in this one, not gonna lie. But he was great in Victorious, and it is nice to see him in another movie. The action is really fucking good. The set design is really fucking good. The only thing that's lacking is the CGI. The CGI in this is fucking dog shit. When the actors are interacting with the monsters, it looks really poorly green screened. The monsters look really poorly done. The only good sort of monsters are the humans, because the practical effects look fucking sick. With the people losing their hair, blood coming out their mouth, their bloodshot eyes, their skin like going decrepit, them scratching their skin off. It's all really fucking good. It's all really detailed and really exciting, and I really fucking like it. It was really good. But when you have the demon dog, or like the big demon monster at the end, like the big super monster, or the other creature that crawled out of the wall, they don't look that good. They look really cheap, they look really low quality, and you can tell that they're not there. It does look like PS2 level graphics, so I don't know if they're kind of going for like authenticity with it, try and get you into the Resident Evil vibe. I don't know if Resident Evil was even on the PS2. I don't fucking know. But I have played some of the I have played some of the PS2, but that's not the fact that I was trying to tell you. The fact that I was trying to tell you is I have played the demos for the Resident Evil games. I have done a video on every single one of the Resident Evil demos on the channel, and if you want to go check them out, go feel free. They scare the shit out of me. And I was planning on playing a Resident Evil game on the channel, and to try and get into the spirit of that, I watched this movie. Watch this movie, Resident Evil. And I haven't played the games fully, but I do feel like it has captured the Resident Evil style very well. Because the demos that I have played, you run out of ammo extremely fucking quickly, the zombies are unbelievably overwhelming, and that's exactly what fucking happens. Half of them get overwhelmed by zombies. Half of them run out of fucking ammo. So it feels like the game. You're in this high tense situation fighting for your life against zombies, and you're out of ammo. You're out of sort of healables. You're out of supplies. It feels threatening. It's fast paced. It's quick. It's snappy. And there is some great actors in here. We have the Arrow. We have Luther from Umbrella Academy. We have Ghost from the MCU. We have Charlie's Angels, I think the middle one's from. Could be wrong. I don't know where the middle one's from, but I have seen her face before. She's a very familiar face. And then we have, like, Troy from Victorious. That's not his name. His name isn't Troy, but I'm calling him Troy for now until I can think of his actual name. And it isn't Andre. Andre is someone else. But, yeah, that's, I think the acting choice could have been done a little bit better. But I feel like Luther playing his character, he does look very similar to how he does look in the games, so I'll let him off with Luther. I don't know what story from which game they were going for. I think they just did an amalgamation of all of them, and just tried to make a story from, like, Resident Evil's world. They just seem to drag shit from every game possible, because I was playing the demos, so I know a little bit about each game, and it kind of just feels like we have everyone just shoved into this game to try and, everyone just shoved into this movie to try and get as many fans to watch it as possible. This one just seems like an amalgamation of every Resident Evil game to be like, hello, here you go, look at this. This is Resident Evil. Watch it, enjoy it, give us money. I can't help but feel that way, but I do still feel like it had a really good opening, and some of the horror elements in it were actually really fucking good. They had some really good jump scares with the kid opening the door, running under the table, and not even facing the character, but saying, I'm not the one in danger, you're the one in danger, you're the one in trouble, and then us panning to the main girl, and then the mum slamming through the glass door in the back. That was fucking great. We have some amazing camera angles, some amazing scenes, and some of them which actually made me shit myself. I felt really uneasy watching this movie, and towards the end, when I saw some of the monsters and the graphics was shit, it did kind of fall off and it did kind of start to flop for me. But the start and the opening was really good and really made me pretty scared. And a horror movie hasn't done that in a while, so I'm very fucking glad that I have found a movie which actually made me feel a little bit scared, a little bit uneasy, a little bit on edge. And I very much liked that. I very, very much liked that. That was really good. That movie making me feel this way, you know, it deserves some praise. It definitely deserves more than a 3 out of 10, because it did what it set out to achieve. It made me feel scared, and it was an action movie. There was some fucking good action, there was also some shit action. Like I said, the first half of this movie, fucking flawless. Second half of this movie could have been better. It's just the CGI and the monsters that completely fucked the second half of the movie, because when it went from zombies to monsters, it wasn't a good switch. It did follow the story with them going deeper into the mansion, finding more scary and other creatures, but it just didn't fit because the CGI was that shite, and it just didn't work. It felt like a completely different movie. It felt like the budget dropped and they completely ran out, and I just know it could have been better. This movie had the potential. It wasn't fulfilled to its maximum. I do feel like this should still get a 6 out of 10. The ending made it lose 4 points, but the first half was really good, and it is a movie that I would watch again. So I have to put it at like 6, because it is a good movie, and it is one that I think you should definitely go check out for yourself, and make your own opinions on it, rather than just listening to me yap about it for 12 minutes. You can go make your own opinions, carve your own thoughts about this movie, which you may or may not like. So yeah, go check it out. It's on Amazon.